L said, you motherfuckers is fine as hell. I can't take it. L. L, you fine as hell. You watching this right now. L, you see me looking at you, looking at me, looking at you. What's up, girl?
It's just different.
Shout out to the Discord. I miss y'all real bad. I miss y'all real fucking bad.
Why is she so far away?
I know. Yeah.
What it is, dummy. Welcome to another episode of Faded and Evolving with your hostess, is Natasha.
Yeah. I'm Chakras. Hi.
I feel like that was my grown woman voice. Don't get used to hearing that. I feel like, did you hear like the octave difference? No?
Embrace it.
Did you hear though?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna say shit.
I know you.
You with these disclaimers, I'd be like, listen.
You give me disclaimers too.
I give you disclaimers. I ain't giving no goddamn disclaimers. Not fuck y'all. I'm not saying that. Y'all know when I get high, I get aggressive. I apologize.
I'm saying I'm okay.
She put it all the way down to her. That was like LaDawn Black. You remember LaDawn Black? You remember they used to come in like, this is LaDawn Black on 95.9 Kiss FM.
Kiss FM.
We ain't had no business listening to that shit as a kid. Y'all just be letting, our parents was letting us do any fucking thing. I was watching Family Guy the other day. I was like, why the fuck at 11? Why was I watching this at 11? What the fuck is wrong with my parents? Why was y'all just letting me? They don't love me for real. Y'all going to Shady Pines.
And that's why.
They going right to Shady Pines.
This week on Faded and Evolving, we are talking about Kratom.
Nigga.
I don't know much about it.
Same. Girl, it's a perk. No, I do know. I know enough about it. It's a perk.
It's a opium, and it's a legal opioid. It is a legal opioid, which is really weird.
Okay.
How did we get here?
All right.
You explain the story, because I don't feel like it.
We were having a conversation because a mutual of ours was talking about how she had taken a product from Cheech and Chong's, and at first I thought it was myrcene. Like I thought it was just a really like deep concentrated terpene. It was just like a terpene tablet or something.
I thought it was like an edible or something, like a nighttime.
So when she looked it up, and you found that it said what? 7 or something?
7-OH.
And when I looked it up, it just said Kratom, like flat the fuck out.
I looked it up the way that they have it on the package. It says like white vein something, which already made me go like,
Crack?
Is it? No, I thought it was a psychedelic.
Okay.
Because of the white vein, like, you know, white albino stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh shoot, they got shrooms over there. Let me see.
It's a psilocybin, yeah. No.
Okay.
It's the Percocet. I'm not going to hide it from y'all. I'm going to tell you the truth. It's the Percocet. If you go into the smoke shop, it's nothing but perk plant hanging on the fucking wall. First of all,
it is a plant. It's
the
stronger than, what did it say?
Hold on, no, because I got my notes. Because y'all think I'm fucking playing. I'm dead motherfucking serious. This shit is 13 times stronger than morphine, and it says that it has opioid-like effects. Last night we were on the phone. I was on the medical website, like I was on the actual FDA CDC website looking into this shit. It is a derivative from a plant that's found in like Thailand and like Asia. So in Eastern medicine, just in general, right? We know that Eastern medicine is way safer than Western medicine, mainly because it's derived from nature. So we know that
more plants.
It's organic, right? But that's if it's coming from Thailand. This is coming from Harford Road. That's a Percocet. Okay, there's a difference. When anything is sent, how can I explain this so that it makes sense? When you're purchasing things from certain neighborhoods, you can't expect that what you're receiving
is pure.
No, and I get where there might be some confusion, like, but I'm buying it from like a reputable source. A smoke shop is a shop. You're right, it is. But a smoke shop cannot sell legally, cannot sell marijuana. They can't. By law, they can't.
They have to sell derivatives
Of marijuana. So TCHAs,
Delta
D8s,
8, Delta 9,
CBD,
Delta 10.
Those things.
THCA sometimes too, which is
Weed.
they're stupid.
I hate to bust the bubble. THCA and
turns into regular THC
when lit.
it's heated.
Second thing is D10 is just D9. It's no, but you can't legally sell marijuana in a smoke shop.
And
Kratom within itself,
Delta 8 is, which is weird because it's like Delta 9 is very strong, like it's very close to THCA, but Delta 8 is like not.
Delta 8 Delta 8 has a
it gives me a headache. It reminds me of
always.
hookah for real. It's like a hookah smoke.
You're only high for like 12 minutes.
And it's a weird high.
And it's a gross high.
It's not a regular high. Like, I feel like
it's a really gross high in my opinion.
It's not fun. It's not fun.
I've never done Kratom. I have no intentions on doing Kratom.
But it was making our mutual friend sweat.
Yes. It was a Percocet. Now, and I'm not telling you not to try it. I'm not saying, because honestly, in the research that I did, it turned me off completely.
It has a higher potency than morphine.
I'm not taking it.
And I don't know what this other thing is,
now,
so I'm not going to say it.
While I do feel like this could be a great alternative to the actual opioids that are being prescribed, I am not 100% sure that, one, this is the best thing to be giving people who already have an addiction. And two, I don't know what the health benefits are and what the side effects would be for somebody who has suffered like trauma, right, to their bones or their body. Does this affect like healing times? Does this affect like, you know, if you have a blood disorder, does this affect people with autoimmune disease? I was reading something last night that says that you can't take bupropion, which is a mental health medication,
SSRI,
and you can't take so it was like something as simple as like aspirin or something like that.
Regular stuff with like you can't take
NSAIDs. It was something
NSAIDs with SSRI.
Yeah, it was something. So again, one, people who are already addicted to shit, this could be concerned. It's 13 times stronger than the shit most people are already addicted to. And then again, not knowing how this is going to interact medicinally with Western medicine. This shit is not from cut, you know, straight from Thailand, manufactured or packaged, and then, you know, sent to a manufacturer over here. That's not the case. Something's happening between the harvesting of the plant and its actual like production before it gets into a bag, and then it even gets into those smoke shops. And again, these are not the most affluent of neighborhoods. If it ain't no Whole Foods nearby, you should never expect that the shit is going to be cut pure. And that's, it might sound like I'm being a pessimist. You have to be realistic. They don't want niggas smoking up the weed anyway.
Yeah.
Which is why niggas keep going to jail for it, but the white people keep getting the open dispensaries. I'm gonna mind my business.
Just be cautious of what you take. In general, you have to be cautious about everything. Like even with smoking, marijuana, weed, or whatever you want to call it, because you can get too high.
Yeah.
You can start to smoke a little bit too much. Yeah, you can start to green out. Like
you can get sick. You really can get sick from smoking too much weed. If your endocannabinoid system, again, nerding out, right? Your body, when you're born, has an endocannabinoid system. Everybody's body, well, not everybody's body. That's more people, more so for people who don't do well with weed. They have an endocannabinoid system, but it doesn't digest.
Its receptors
are not
very active in the right way.
So when you overuse your endocannabinoid system, you're not giving it tolerance breaks. You're not giving it breaks in general. And I'm not talking about people who are in chronic pain, because there usually are ways that people who have like medical cards and whatnot, they find a way to regulate their system so that they don't get sick, so they're not getting these. So CBD often when they're again greening out or finding ways to cut back, tinctures, things of that nature. I say all that to say, when you overuse your endocannabinoid system, your body literally starts to shut down. So you start to, it's not gonna, it can't kill you unless you go untreated. So like, you're dehydrated, you're throwing up, you're probably shitting everywhere, you have headaches, your eyesight is weird, your tongue is white, you have thrush. There are so many clear indications that you're overusing. There's a lot of people who, when you look at them, you can tell that they abuse weed. You can see it. Yeah. You can see it on them that they abuse it. And it's not like everybody was saying like, oh yeah, when they got the dark lips and they got the... No. Okay. I'll give you that one. If that's what if that's how I'll give you that one, right? Because then that person probably has a habit. But there's a difference between having a habit and an addiction. I'm not here to argue with you about that. I'm here to educate you on the fact that when you have thrush on your tongue constantly, you're not taking care of your mouth after you smoke, so you're not using mouthwash, you're not brushing your teeth, you're not doing those things. You're not giving your body the hydration and the food that it needs, right? Even when you got the munchies, you're going to go get something that has no nutritional value. None of those things. The weed eventually is going to fight back. You're going to get sick. It's not like a flu-like sick either. It's like like you jonesing, like you've been off the drug for a while. And the only way to get you is to go to the hospital. They're going to have to give you fluids. You're going to have a tolerance break for a very long time. Some people I've seen as short as like 6 weeks. The longest I've seen is like 2 years before they could safely smoke again. And it's not like you don't go back to CBD. You don't go back to tinctures or just edibles. No, any form of the drug gets up, you get sick. So you have to be careful with this shit. I'm going to be real with y'all. From the research that I've done, and I haven't done much, and now I feel like I'm getting ready to go down a rabbit hole about it. At this very point in time, I would not recommend that you try Kratom. I wouldn't. I don't think that it's a smart thing to do. I don't think that it's something that should be sold. I don't think that it's something that... Anything that fucking strong needs to be regulated. And... the fact that weed has a stronger restriction on it than Kratom does, we have a problem. If the shit is 13 times stronger than morphine and they ain't regulated it, it's a problem. In this season, right, this 2025 season, I'm going to say you heard it here first. I'm going to check out some other, cannabis-based pods and see what they're saying about it. But right at this very moment, if you start to see a surge in interest in Kratom, I would ask that you don't get curious. Not right now. Not without doing your own research. Not without going to the doctor. Not without... It's like when crack first hit the streets, baby. Like, you really have to be careful, because what's been said is that the federal government is considering, with this new election, rescheduling cannabis. I wouldn't be surprised if Kratom is then like the next go-to thing. Like, again, we found this on Cheech and Chong's website. They're like the when you think about weed, that's like one of the first people that come to mind. Like, they're pioneers in the game. And I'm not saying that this is this is nothing towards them. This because I don't feel like they would ever do anything intentionally to harm anybody, especially with how much they advocate for just like, reform, how much they, advocate for education in general. I just personally feel like they've also been smoking weed for so long that at some point your tolerance gets to a certain point where you do need something stronger.
I feel like that's also why they come in packs of 3. Like, they're not like full ass bottles of like this tablet. It's like a 3-pack.
And I'm telling you not to take it at all. But in the event that you do get too curious, do not do it every day. I don't even know what type of high that could offer you.
You can also get addicted to that too. I used to watch this guy when I was first got curious about psychedelics. He used to take it a lot. Yeah. And it was basically like a regular opioid addiction, he said. He said that he said that he started having to take it so much, like
that's concerning.
It was like really hard to do work and stuff like that, and like his wife had like left him for a little bit, and then he like did a trip and he was like fine for like a while, but then he decided to like try to go back to Kratom because he said it did have good effects, like calming you down and stuff like that, but he was just like, I didn't
it probably
want
helps, but that's scary.
Take it that often.
That's scary.
Yeah.
I
gotta find his YouTube.
I don't ever want to ingest something and it fuck me up like that ever. When
I go through, I've been through psychosis 3 times. The first 2 times because I was just being stupid. The last time is because it was just not. I was using marijuana as like a pain reliever, but I think like I just took something that like put me like down, like to just lay down and do what I needed to do. It wasn't like a anyway, I was just down and I needed to rest, so I put myself in the bed, but with a indica. So yeah, but the first 2 times that shit is scary. So like, just think about like what Kratom could possibly do. I feel like when you think about doing any type of substance, you have to do your own research, and that's literally why I'm still smoking, because I did my own research. I make sure that I'm taking not more than what I need to for my body. Like I know how to regulate it. Oh, true.
There's a right, like there's a difference when you're just doing the research, and there's another thing when you go talk to the scientists, when you talk to the cultivators, when you talk to like the management teams and the boards. Maryland is a newly regulated state. We're a newly recreational state. We're a newly recreational state. So our board is a new board. Our board of directors is a new board of directors. We have hospitals like Johns Hopkins Hospital, St. Joseph Hospital. We have Shepherd Pratt, which is one of like the most well-known mental institutions in the nation. Like there are Maryland, DC, Virginia. It's a very prominent area, right? This is where a lot of studies and shit happen because we're so close to the White House. You gotta know the shit for yourself, but then you gotta know the shit for everybody else too. When you do the type of shit that we do, right? Like I do drugs daily. I smoke weed. It's a daily occurrence for me. But I am intuitive enough with my body. I get the scans done. I do the research. One, before I ingest any flower, what is this? What's in this? What is this supposed to look like? What are the terpenes in it? I know what terpenes work for my body, what don't. I know that I'm anemic. I know these things, right? Based on certifications, when I'm getting it from certain growers, right? Because you're going to your dispensaries, or even if you're getting it from your local, like your neighborhood pharmacist, ask that nigga, like, who you caught from, and then who did that nigga caught from? You want to make sure that your shit ain't laced. You want to make sure that it ain't nothing in your shit. When you get it, you need to go look and figure out what this flower commonly looks like. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't just go smoking anything. Don't just go doing any kind of drugs. Go get, and it sounds crazy, but go get some type of certification. And if you can't get a certification, go talk to somebody that's in a space of education, right? That knows more than you about the plant before you just go eating shit, before you just go rolling up and smoking shit. You have to be careful about what you put in your body. It's your body, yo. It's your body.
It's yours.
It's and it's the only one you get. And you gonna fuck it up over some flour? Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. When you think about how many people get addicted to marijuana, the number doesn't seem big because people don't consider it. But when you have something like this, that's gonna hit the streets. It's already hit the streets. I don't know too many people that's doing it. But when a mutual of ours, who, although we're not close, I do care about deeply. I don't want anybody coming into contact with this shit and not knowing what to do. Thankfully, she's highly educated, well-skilled, and knowledgeable that she knew what to do. But nonetheless, imagine if you didn't. You see what I'm saying? Like, imagine if she wasn't well versed, right? Whether the streets taught her, whether a book taught her, whatever. Like, you, again, like I said, if you can't get a certification, just get knowledgeable about what you're putting in your body. This Kratom shit is no joke. It's just like when K2 first hit the streets.
I was thinking that earlier.
When K2 first hit the gas stations,
niggas was on
it
so hard.
because when you couldn't get in touch with your plug, you could go to the gas station and get you something that was still. It would guarantee you damn near the same high. I've never done K2. Once I heard that it was making niggas bark and shit, and it had niggas
eating faces and
all
shit.
you got to do is tell me one horror like story, and I'm not fucking with it no more.
You out here acting like Florida man in Baltimore?
Absolutely not. When I first, like, horror stories from weed, I remember my dad said he smoked Love Boat for the first time. That was the laced weed. So my father said he was on top of the motherfucking monkey bars, just up that bitch, just looking up at the stars. But he was up there for hours.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, that sounds like something else.
No, this nigga said he was up there for hours, unaware that he was on top of the monkey bars. Like, when he came to, he was on top of the monkey bars. You see what I'm saying? Shit. That wasn't enough to scare me from trying weed. That was enough to scare me from trying laced weed. So if somebody came to me and was like, yo, smoke Love Boat, I don't want that shit. You see what I'm saying?
A lot.
I don't want that shit.
There are a good handful of people that willingly smoke laced weed.
On purpose. Same thing with grabber. I don't know what the fuck y'all are trying to, like, what you're trying to do.
If you have to stretch your weed, you need to stop smoking it.
At that point, you have an addiction. You don't have a habit.
Tobacco, smoke tobacco
alongside it. And
like, literally, like, smoke a cigarette and then smoke the weed. Like, don't mix that together. It's not.
You can do what you want.
It's not healthy.
It's just not healthy to be mixing those two things together. And I know you probably saying, like, well, what's the difference if I'm ingesting them separately, right? You know where you got the flower from. You don't 100% know. Do you know what's in grabber? I don't know what's in grabber, so educate me.
It's supposed to be tobacco leaves.
How can you guarantee that?
I said it's supposed to.
You see what I'm saying? Like, the package is all fucking, bright and all kinds of colory and all kinds of bullshit. It tastes like birthday cake and blueberry juice and all that.
I've never seen
For
those.
all that, get some terpenes. Drip, 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 drip. And smoke your shit.
I've never seen them flavored.
Flavored grabber. I've seen flavored grabber in, like, every gas station. Banana, birthday cake, what they got, Russian cream.
I don't go into those. Okay, so that reminds me of what's the
cigarillos?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's so I'm feeling like that's literally like whatever is in Rellos. That's the stuffing for Rellos.
Think about people who were smoking Rellos.
Because it's supposedly tobacco leaves, so they're like, "Oh, we just not putting it. We just not putting it in the."
Them niggas got asthma now. Them niggas got pneumonia, walking pneumonia fluid sitting on their lungs. You should listen, and again, I'm not shading, but you should not be smoking blunts with tobacco leaves anyway. Go get you a leaf. Go get you a perilla leaf. Go get you a mango leaf. Go get you some hemp. My absolute favorite is hemp. But please stop smoking this shit. Please stop. It's laced.
If you wanted to burn, just get a
it's laced.
Calm for real.
And again, this is not. It's not a fear mongering thing. It's not to scare anybody. I don't think that niggas know.
Just be careful about what you put in your body. Like, they already trying to take us out by any means necessary.
So, like come on, like, niggas for real.
I want to keep my niggas around. I want my niggas,
and I want my niggas to be able to smoke and be cool with it,
in
like
peace,
to be smoking and to still have a certain quality of life.
Trying to find the next high is really putting you up there with a lot of people that are addicts.
It's possible to get addicted, bro. It's possible, but there's also ways for you to be able to cut back without having to cut yourself off completely. But it's gonna take a certain level of self-discipline. If you start smoking that Kratom shit, I fear that you won't be able to come back from that. That's just me being so fucking for real. I don't recommend it. And again, this is from the little bit of research that I've done, but those numbers are concerning.
It is scary. And I've never really seen a black person do Kratom.
I don't even know what the shit look like. I don't even. I can't
either. I think it comes in like capsules or something.
I've seen it when I go into the smoke shop. Yeah. It's in them big ass like yellow bags that's hanging on the wall.
Shit. Oh yeah, and it looks like leaves.
It just looked like plant. Like it looked like hash.
It's supposed to be like a plant.
No, fuck that. That shit don't look right. That motherfucker is not real. That shit don't look right. That shit, it look like you could get pounds of it. No, I'm cool. I'm straight. And I personally feel like my niggas should be straight. I don't, again, with a little bit of research that I've done, the numbers are concerning. I don't recommend it.
And even with me saying it comes from a plant, cocaine comes from a plant too. So just saying, like.
And we just told you that you could get addicted to marijuana. Everything has to be done in moderation. So
if you want to do your cocaine in moderation, if you want to do
crack in moderation, listen, I can't tell you what to do with your life. I'm just telling you that this shit seems fairly new and a little concerning.
Because why is it in the black smoke shops? In the black
areas? I ain't
never seen that shit until now. Like
when we up Towson, when we up the right, I don't be seeing
when I see it out that way. No, I see it out that way.
I see it out Columbia.
I've seen it more so like in the.
I see it more in the college areas. But again,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
they willing to try anything. And look how the fuck they be turning out.
They want them to have high student debt anyway.
Shit. Okay. Don't do drugs, kids. And if you're gonna do drugs, make sure you know what kind of drugs you're taking.
Get them from a reliable source.
Yeah, and see
if
you
double check the reliable source.
And see if you can continue with that reliable source. Always have a backup, right, in case your man's ever run out. But like, if you gonna cop from 1, 2, I'll even say 3 people. You feel me? If you want to have a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C, that's cool. But just make sure you know that what you're smoking is decent shit. And I don't want to say good shit because that usually means like it give you a pretty decent high. Just make sure what you're smoking is like legitimate. How about that? Like some legitimate flower. Make sure that tinctures are legitimate, edibles legitimate. You should not be getting sick off your edibles. You shouldn't. You shouldn't be getting psychosis off your edibles. You shouldn't.
That's literally
if you're developing psychosis off your edibles,
was off of an edible.
If you develop psychosis off of an edible, it's too much THC. That's all it is.
That was the first and second time.
That's all it is. It's
the
just
second time was that 40 milligram.
You've overstimulated.
A melatonin. I think mixed with melatonin, that's what really made it. Like you
mixed it with melatonin.
It was a Betty's Eddies.
But you mixed it with
it has melatonin in the.
Well, friend, you have low cortisol levels. You shouldn't have had that much running through your body anyway. So you see what I'm saying? But you see how you know that you want to do shit again?
Because then I looked at the package and I was like, damn.
Some people chase that. You see what I'm saying? They're like, well, we going for a ride. Stop doing that.
The last time it was.
Stop doing that. One morning you gonna wake up and you're not gonna remember how to read. Stop.
Or you gonna think you woke up and you gonna be dead for real. Because some people, they go into psychosis and
they stop breathing. Out. It's not like you. It's not.
No, it don't. No, I mean people are like stuck in psychosis and then decide to off themselves.
I'm saying you go to sleep and then your brain stays asleep and then your body starts to shut down.
You get into a coma.
So stop. That's what y'all gotta stop just doing shit.
Your body is like, I'm so fucking relaxed right now, bro.
And you be too fucking relaxed. And now you shitting on yourself because you've lost control of your bowels.
Now you're a fucking vegetable.
And the only
now you are stuck.
You heard it here. You heard it here.
I said what I said. Damn.
Thanks for stopping by, guys.
Sorry this wasn't a fun one.
We just felt like you guys needed to know.
Yeah. Before it's too late.
Bye. Bye.